What is up, YouTube family? I know it's been a minute once again, but man, I had to make a video because, I mean, obviously all of the great news that we have recently received surrounding our program. I mean, it's an exciting time to be a Vol, you know. It's an exciting time to be a Vol. Of course, we get the big transfer from Cade Mays, who, you know, he's a guy, if you go back, you watch him his time at Georgia, he has moments where you see him being the Cade Mays that everyone thought he'd be coming out of high school. You know, number 2 offensive tackle in the country, the guy I'm playing guard. But, I mean, he's a mauler when he wants to be. I think he's inconsistent. And he's a guy I said, hey, don't, you know, I said, hey, Cade, don't expect to walk in here and start now. Hey, you got to beat some guys out, okay? We got a 3-star guy, Jerome Carvin. Got to beat that guy out. Hey, we got a kind of a prospect, a project guy in K'Ron Calbert. Hey, got to beat that guy out. So, hey, don't expect to walk in here and start, but he most likely will end up starting. And I think if we can get this guy to really buy in, because you look at anybody that goes to Georgia, okay, they're all world coming out of high school. They go to Georgia. They have a decent little career. Nothing crazy. Don't live up to the expectation. They go to the NFL, and then they're back to being dominant again. There's something down there in Georgia, something in the water down there in Athens. Those guys, they just go down there and they underachieve. I think him getting out of there is the best decision he could have made, and him coming to Knoxville, I think that's fantastic, because I think Pruitt and Will Friend and that whole staff is going to get the most out of him. Those players on that team are going to get the most out of him, because we're a very, very hungry team. Everybody in that roster has a chip on their shoulder. I think you're going to see Cade Mays really blossom into what he can really be. And now, all of a sudden, you look at Trey Smith at left guard, look at potentially Cade Mays at right guard. You say, well, my gosh, that's 2 guards that are going to move wherever it lines up in front of them. No questions asked. And that's the exciting part as well, is getting Trey Smith back. I mean, how big is that? How big is that? I mean, getting him back, he's the best player on our entire roster. He's been that way since he enrolled. Since he stepped on campus, he's been the best player on our team. And getting him back is huge. The leadership, obviously the productivity, I mean, just phenomenal news. And now you look at our offensive line. And to me, that's what really gets me excited about this team. Because you look at our O-line, you say, okay, Wanya Morris, left guard, 5-star guy. Look at Trey Smith. I'm sorry, Wanya Morris, left tackle, 5-star guy. You look at Trey Smith, left guard, 5-star guy. Look at Brandon Kennedy, center, 4-star guy, went to Bama, 6-year senior. You look at potentially Cade Mays, right guard, 5-star guy. Look at Darnell Wright, right tackle, 5-star guy. And now all of a sudden you say, well, hey, by gosh, let's not forget we have depth behind them too now. Okay, we got guys that can go behind them too now. And now you look at it, you say, well, hey, I don't care who we're playing against. I don't care if it's Alabama. I don't care if it's Georgia. You know, I don't care who it is. I like our offensive line against their defensive line. I like our front versus their front. And that, to me, is the real game changer. Because we haven't always been able to say that in the past. You think about the guys we're returning. Okay. We got some young guys that got their first-year experience. You know, got some older guys, got a good blend of experience and youth. But the most important thing, we have continuity. Hey, how long has it been since we had the same exact returning starting line? How long has it been since we had the same returning offensive coordinator? Okay, these blocking schemes and everything, we already know what to expect. We know how to work it. We got Brandon Kennedy, a 6-year guy, in there at center, calling the shots. I mean, we got experience with Trey Smith and Cade at guard. Now we got a little more experience there at tackle with the 2 young guys now moving up to sophomores. I mean, we really have a team, have an O-line that can go toe-to-toe with anyone in the country. And I'm excited about that, man. I mean, we're in a position now where you say, you know, those kind of, I call them those 3rd-tier teams. I think we've elevated now to a 2nd-tier team. You know, we're still not quite a 1st-tier team. We got to prove it before we call ourselves that. I think we have the potential to be a 1st-tier team. I think we're 2nd-tier right now. You know, you'd put like Alabama, LSU, you know, probably put Georgia up there as those 1st-tier teams in the SEC. And then 2nd tier is your Floridas, You know, your Auburns. I think you throw Tennessee in there. You know, and then the third tier teams, just say Kentucky, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, those guys, and then, you know, the bottom two would be like Vandy. And I think we're a second tier team. I think we should definitely be able to handle those third tier guys. You know, the Kentuckys, the Mizzous, the Ole Misses, those type of teams. The Arkansas, which I probably put down there at Vandy, is a fourth tier ball club as well. We should be able to handle those type of ball clubs. And then we got to go out there and upset those first tier teams. You know, the Bamas, the Georgias, those guys. And we have the team to be able to do that. We can maul you up front. And I think the success of this team is really going to be predicated on quarterback play. You know, who's it going to be? Is it going to be Harrison Bailey? Is he ready? If Harrison Bailey comes in and from day one is who we think he is, okay, he's putting up 350 a game, 3 TDs, guys, it's over. It's over. Because if we're passing it that way, our run game's going to be insane. You kidding me? We're going to get 5, 6, 7, 8 yards a pop. I mean, it's going to be phenomenal to watch. You guys saw that bowl game against Indiana. I don't know how that game became as close as it was, but we were dominating the line of scrimmage. Like, I mean, come on, forget about it, dude. So imagine all those guys coming back for another year, having a whole another offseason, get bigger, stronger, faster, better. Add in Caden Mays. Okay. Add in some of those big-bodied backs we got coming in. Laneef Whitehead, huh? What is he? 6'2", 6'3", 240. T. Hodge, huh? 6'2", 6'3", 235. Oh, don't forget, we still got Eric Gray. Don't forget, we still got Ty Chong. Don't forget, we still got Tom Jordan. So we have talent out the wazoo. Okay, you look at receivers and say, well, we lost Marquez, we lost Jennings. Okay, yeah, we still got Jordan Palmer. Brandon Johnson's coming back. You know, we got Cedric Tillman, who has flashed. I think he'll be a big time baller for us. We got the transfer from USC, Velus Jones. Hey, we got Jalen Hyatt coming in. Watch for him to be a baller. We got Jimmy Callaway coming in. Watch him to be a baller. Hey, don't forget Ramil Keaton. Hello. You know, so we got guys. Here's the question mark. A lot of these guys I named. Okay, you know, the Ramil Keatons. You know, obviously the Jalen Hyatts, the Jimmy Callaways. Guys that haven't really proven it yet. You know what I mean? They haven't really been a guy that, okay, everyone knows this is their go-to guy, so we're going to make sure we focus on them and still make plays. We haven't seen them do that yet. You know, obviously if Harrison Bailey comes in, haven't seen them do it. So a lot of the guys that we're counting on, we haven't really seen them have to perform under that type of, you know, pressure, that type of people keying on them. But if they can do it and can perform at the level that I think they're capable of doing, I'm telling you, it's not far-fetched to think this team goes 15-0. It ain't far-fetched. This team could win every single game that they play. I mean, our defense, let me tell you what. Hey, we're losing Batuli, huge. We're losing Nigel Warrior, we're losing Darrell Taylor. Everyone else is coming back. Okay, a lot of those Butch Jones guys that we were sick and tired of, they're out of here, dude. So we're going to have a lot of fast, physical, hungry guys out there that just want to go and knock the snot out of you. And I love the way Pruitt's recruited. So many guys are multiple. Okay, you look at a guy like, for instance, we'll say Keyshawn Lawrence. Hey, 6'2", 200 pounds. Probably get up to about 210 by the time the season starts. Hey, just say this guy here, what we need him at? Corner? Safety? Star? Can do it all for you. Yeah, but, you know, can do it all for you. Look at a guy like Tamari McDonald. Another guy we just signed. What is he, 6'3", 215? Well, you need to play coach, safety or backer? Star? I mean, by gosh, can do it all for you. Another guy, one of my favorite 2019 recruits that we signed, Tice Fields. Hey, very Bradley Roby-esque build to him. If you know Bradley Roby, I think he's with the Eagles now. Was with Denver for a while. From right here in Gwinnett County, Georgia. Hey, 5'10 and a half, 5'11", 185, 190 pounds. Can cover. But the thing about him, his calling card, he loves to hit. Honey Badger? Come on. Hey, he loves to hit, doesn't he? He's the type of guy who tells coach, hey, coach, if I don't do nothing else today, please let me go hit somebody. We got a team full of those type of guys. So, everyone's very multiple. Hey, Bryson Easton, 6'4", 270, playing middle linebacker. Oh, coach, you need me to play outside backer this time? You need to play DN? I can do it all for you. We got a roster full of those guys. On the front, hey, guys can play tackle. They can play end. Where you need them, they can do it. So, guys are very multiple. And so it's going to be interesting to see how Pruitt kind of plays it, because we have so many packages we can use. We can keep the same personnel on the field at all times, and just whatever the offense comes out and we can adjust to it. So, our defense is going to be absolutely stupid. I like to think about, and this is more, I guess, kind of for me, if you're a little older, maybe you think about like maybe the Ravens when they had a really good defense, or, whoever. For me, I was old enough to see the Seattle Seahawks, okay, when they were really, really good, when they were really, really dominant. When they played Denver, Peyton Manning in the Super Bowl that year, that defense, if you guys got to go watch that defense, hey, every single hit that they made, it was instantaneous. He's down. 0 yards after contact. They were hitting him in the mouth, and they were going straight to the ground. He catches the ball. He looks open. Oh, no, he's not. He's instantly being laid out as soon as he touches the ball. That's what I envision our defense to look like. Fast, physical, nasty. Expect some 15-yard flags. Hey, awesome. Love it. Next guy up. We got depth now, guys. Hey, it ain't like, oh, dang, our safety's out. What are we going to do? Hey, next guy up. We got guys now. So, you look at what our defense has potential to be. You look at what our offense has potential to be. Let me tell you now. Like I said, it ain't far-fetched. To suggest this team can go and win every single game they play next season. Now, do I expect us to do that? I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of unknowns, okay? We're counting on a lot of guys that haven't really proven. Like I say, Tyus Fields hasn't really proven it yet. Obviously, Keyshawn Lawrence hasn't proven it yet, even though I think it's going to be all world. I think he starts next season as a true freshman. I think he starts. Those linebackers, hey, you lost Batuli. We know we got Henry T, who's going to be the other guy to step up. You know what I mean? Haven't proven it yet. You expect more out of Crouch this year. Expect more out of Roman Harrison this year. I expect Elijah Simmons to make some noise this year. There's Ramil Keaton expecting to make some noise. There's guys that you expect to make noise, but you haven't quite seen them do it just yet. And so a lot of our potential upside is predicated on those guys that, you haven't quite necessarily seen it from them yet on a consistent basis. But they have every opportunity to do it this coming season. And I'm just so excited, man. It's going to be a long, long off season. I can't wait for spring ball to get started up, see how we look in the spring. Spring should tell us a lot. I think spring's going to tell us a whole lot. Because, they're going to get better from spring to summer to the first game. But, I expect to see guys flying around, laying guys out. I expect to see some good battles in the trenches. Guys, we have a real shot here, okay? And here's the deal about it. We've seen Georgia lost their entire starting O-line besides, I think, their center. I think he's coming back. Sophomore. He'll be a sophomore next season, I think. Or maybe he'll be a junior. Something. He's good. He is good. And I'm sure they got all the 5 stars. They got Ben Cleveland coming back. They got some other guys. You know what I mean? They got talent. They got talent, but they've lost a lot. They're going to have to break in a new quarterback. They've lost some key pieces. And so I think the East is wide open this year. And here's the key to it all. If we go out here this year, make enough noise to get enough recruits to see what we're building and to believe in it, kind of like Cade Mays now, he's starting to believe in it, right? Guys like that who wanted to go to Tennessee, but who were just such a dumpster fire that they wanted to stay a million miles away. If those guys can see, hey, this team is really turning the corner, now guess what? We got this staff full of great recruiters. Now we're getting these 5-star guys. We're getting top 5 classes. Now our talent level is matching those Georgias and those Alabamas, those LSUs, those Ohio States. And now it's game over, because we've been doing more with less, and now we're going to have more to do even more. And so I think this is a huge year for us. I think I said it on here before. I think we have a chance to be very, very good in 2020. I think 10 wins is really, in my opinion, the expectation. I mean, if we do less than that, I'm going to be disappointed. I think 2021, just say, by gosh, this is our year. I think 2021 is really going to be our year. So, you know, I'm excited. That's my take on it, man. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on it below. I think it's a big, big opportunity for us. Exciting time to be a Vol. What do you guys think we're going to do next season? I mean, what's your expectation? You know, I'm trying to be realistic, but I really just can't help but think we have a real shot to win it all. And yeah, I'm excited, man. I'd love to hear you guys' thoughts about it as well, man. But as always, thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next video.